Hey everyone, and welcome to Car Tubers. I'm Paul Rainey. Today we're going to be talking about something that might save you from a huge headache, and believe me, I learned the hard way. We're going to be talking about the failure of your computer's hard drive and why that might happen. If you found that since you started editing YouTube videos that your computer is running more slowly, you're not crazy and you're not alone. I can tell you from experience, we slowed a computer down so much that it basically became a paperweight. Whenever you have files, big files like video files on your computer, the more information that's in that hard drive, the harder it is for your computer to work. So the best thing you can do to keep your computer running smoothly is to keep all of your files offline. And the way we do that here at Gearhead Tour is we edit everything on an external SSD hard drive. We don't keep anything on our computer. And the reason we don't is this right here. What you're looking at there is basically a couple $1,000 paperweight in the form of an iMac. You see, when we started editing YouTube videos, we were just putting everything right onto the hard drive. That meant the video files, the animations, the still images, and most importantly, the libraries. And these file sizes are really big. We're using HD video, we're using 4K video. And on top of that, we're editing with Final Cut Pro 10. And in Final Cut Pro 10, it creates a library, and those libraries become extremely big file sizes. Well, what we learned is over time, our computer started to get a little more slow. And then the computer started doing sort of odd things, and then it just wouldn't even start. And it turns out we just filled up the hard drive so much that the computer couldn't handle it anymore. What did that result in? It resulted in a new, MacBook Pro computer that we use to edit on. We still use the same software, but that computer now is void of files. The only thing we have on that computer are the actual software programs. That means Final Cut Pro. We use a sound editor, a free sound editor to remove noise called Audacity. We have Photoshop on there, and a few other programs that we use for editing and creation, but everything else, all the video files, all the libraries, all the projects, everything is stored offline. And the main place that we do that is on a solid state drive. So this is, typically the one we use. Now we have several of these. We have like a box full. This is the first one we ever bought. This is a Samsung T7. It's quite good. I highly recommend it. We'll put a link down in the description. Buy yourself some of these, okay? You're gonna save yourself some real headaches. You can see our beautiful gaffer's tape naming system here. This was our first one. It's a T7. Obviously it's half a terabyte. This is our smallest card. We bought this thinking, oh, this will be fine. It's 500 gigabytes. And we found that 500 gigabytes, as huge as that sounds, turned out to not really be enough for the work that we do. We shoot a lot of 4K, we shoot a lot of 4K 60, and those file sizes are big. So on top of that, the Final Cut Pro 10 files are enormous. I have another video where I'm going to show you how to reduce those library files so that you can store those without those giant file sizes. You can take them from just incredible, from a terabyte size file down to nothing but just a few megabytes. So I'll show you that in another video. But right now, these hard drives might save you a lot of headaches and a whole lot of money in buying a new computer. So this one, 500 gigabytes, we purchased it and it turned out that it was not quite big enough. We turned around and we bought another one that was 1 terabyte. And then we went on to buy bigger ones, 2 terabytes. And actually we use a 2 terabyte hard drive, SSD, external hard drive. It's the same model. It's the Samsung T7. We use that as an external hard drive to edit the whole project. I've only had one video so far that's come close to filling up that 2 terabyte drive, but our files get that big. We have a lot of layers, we have a lot of renders going on. Even that 2 terabyte hard drive is starting to get squeezed on some of these bigger projects. But I highly recommend these for a number of reasons. One, this thing is extremely portable. I mean, we have a whole stack of these that we put in our camera bag and we take it along with us when we travel. So for example, if we take a trip to Florida for a week of production, we know that we're gonna have plenty of storage. We use, besides these hard drives, we actually don't record onto our camera. We record offline to a monitor that has a recorder on it. We use the Atomos Ninja 5 that has its own hard drive built in, so we can film at 8-bit or 10-bit. And we have a couple of those drives as well, and those are 500 gigabytes. So we have plenty of storage when we get out in the field and we can record on these things. So they're fantastic for that. They're relatively inexpensive. Now when I say that, they're a couple $100. I don't know, because when you watch this video, the price may have come down, it may go up, who knows what happens. But they are invaluable, and I can tell you that you will thank yourself because this hard drive will save you from tearing up a computer and having to buy a new one. The speed of these hard drives is amazing. We can transfer files very fast. We edit very fast. We don't have any trouble. So the 500 gigabyte, half terabyte hard drive was around $100. I think the 1 terabyte cost maybe around $170, somewhere in there. The 2 terabytes are running maybe $225, $230, somewhere in that range. I don't remember. The last one I picked up around Black Friday, and it was a pretty good deal. But again, these things are a lifesaver and a whole lot cheaper than a new computer. I literally burned one, you know. Do yourself a favor, pick some of these up. You're gonna like it. If you learned something today, go ahead and give this video a like. Let us know down in the comments what you're doing to save your video files. Are you putting them on an external hard drive, or are you saving them on your computer? Don't do it. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time.